Each of us believes that we are special in our own way, and you're not wrong. No two people are exactly the same. However, some of us have characteristics that are completely unexpected and stand out from others. This is especially true for INFP women. But why exactly are INFP females so uncommon? They have a whimsical demeanor, and that is generally accompanied by an outstanding sense of humor. She may appear sensitive and flighty, yet she is also powerful and impressive. These paradoxes distinguish an INFP woman from others, yet there are even deeper reasons why they don't seem to fit in. That's why today I'm talking about 7 puzzling reasons INFP females are so rare. Be sure to watch until the end of today's video. These reasons why INFP women are so unique might be a bit of a surprise once you have seen what I've uncovered, and I want to know your thoughts. Let's get into it. Welcome to Success for Breakfast, where I'm serving up brain food made simple. Hit that subscribe button to get the latest videos created to give you the tools to level up your life. Starting things off for me today is that INFP females are highly sensitive. Women are said to be more emotional than men, and having a high level of sensitivity is not necessarily a bad thing. But when talking about INFP women, their sensitivity reaches another level, and they can quickly become overwhelmed by the world around them. They are often found in quiet places like libraries or coffee shops where they can focus on their thoughts and ideas without being disturbed by other people. They need a lot of time to themselves to recharge their batteries and get ready for the next day. Unlike a lot of women who are typically social butterflies, INFP ladies also prefer spending time with people who value the same things they do, meaning that if an INFP woman spends time with someone whose values differ from hers, that person may not be able to relate well to them. However, this sensitivity is also part of what makes INFP women so powerful in life. They can understand what other people need from them and how to best support them in getting there. Next up, and number 6 today, is that INFP women need freedom and independence. Every person needs freedom and independence, which is absolutely appropriate and natural. In the case of INFP women, freedom and autonomy are essential components of their life. They are frequently the most inclined to stand up for themselves and are often the first to speak up when they are mistreated or disrespected, but they also know how to take care of themselves. They are self-sufficient, goal-oriented, and want to do things their own way. INFP women prefer to be self-sufficient and simply hate being told what to do or how to do it. They like to make their own decisions based on their beliefs and values, which is the most important thing for an INFP, especially an INFP woman. As a result, they aren't as comfortable with someone telling them what to do. INFPs enjoy spending time alone with a good book or with a person who perfectly understands them. They don't like being around people until they know they can trust them, and they don't always know if they can trust someone until they spend a lot of time with them. INFP women have incredibly high standards for themselves and others, and they might be difficult to get to know since they are so independent. Starting my top 5 today is that an INFP woman's friendships often last a lifetime. We all have friends we trust and respect and don't want to lose, yet most friendships simply don't last. Many women actually boast about the fact that they have very few female friends. INFP female friendships, on the other hand, typically endure a lifetime since they are founded on trust, honesty, and vulnerability, as well as the fact that INFP women do not befriend just anyone. They establish relationships with those in whom they have complete trust and know they can always be themselves. Because of their distinctive blend of introverted thinking and extroverted intuition, INFP women have a reputation for having an exceptional ability to understand the thoughts and feelings of others. They also have a lot of empathy for others, which makes them wonderful listeners and great at giving advice. These qualities are what contribute to the strength of INFP female friendships. Because of their strong values and convictions, INFP women are quite choosy, and a good friend's motives must coincide with hers. Finding that can be tough for an INFP woman, so when she does, the bond is likely to last a lifetime. If you've gotten some value from this video so far, please show your appreciation by hitting that like button. That signals to YouTube that you think other people could benefit from this video too. Next up, in number 4, is that INFP females are interested in almost everything. Most people are uninterested in new things and don't wish to explore them. They are satisfied with their lives and where they are in the world. This is not true for INFP females. They have an extraordinary ability to be open-minded and curious, and they are eager to discover what the world has to offer. When they are not conducting research, they like to explore new places and meet new people. They are goal-oriented people who enjoy setting goals for themselves. They also prefer to keep everything in their lives orderly and functioning smoothly. INFP women are frequently drawn to art, literature, music, and theater. They have a strong sense of social justice and volunteer their time whenever possible. The open mind of an INFP woman adds a lot of experimenting to her approach to problems. They are open to new ideas and continually look at things from different perspectives. This enables her to be an exceptional problem solver for others while not always being so for herself. Before deciding on a course of action, she will run her thoughts through a range of possibilities and outcomes. As a result, she will typically avoid and also be annoyed by those who have a fixed point of view and are hesitant to consider all possibilities. Kicking off my top 3 is that INFP females have strong intuition and values. Intuition is a vital component of who INFP females are as individuals. They are frequently drawn to the intuitive and the inexplicable, and their values are anchored in their importance for intuition, which can sometimes signify more than just a practical importance. The INFP female is more likely than other types to have an intense sense of right and wrong, making them uncomfortable following the herd or doing things simply because everyone else is doing them. They appreciate making deep connections with others and are frequently drawn to activities that allow them to do so. INFP women also have a distinct view on the world than other types, preferring to see things from an abstract rather than a concrete standpoint. They may think about things in terms of art or imagination rather than facts and figures, which means they are less likely to understand how something works if you try to explain it to them from a logical standpoint. In the runner-up spot is that INFP females often go against the flow. Like most people, rebelliousness can lead to success and happiness. However, this is not always the case. INFP females are frequently rebellious and go against the flow. These women follow their internal compass rather than trends or fads. They avoid settings in which they believe they will be scrutinized, and they reject anything that appears to be excessively shallow or manipulative. INFP women are frequently uncomfortable in the presence of status-conscious or materialistic people, which makes them appear quite different from a lot of other women. They may also be less ready to compromise than others, particularly if it means giving up something important, especially their values. Female INFPs might be stubborn and reluctant to change. They are risk-takers who dislike following rules and typically question why such rules are in place anyway. They must make their own decisions, even if it means going against common opinion. INFP ladies are frequently an inspiration to those around them because they have such a strong feeling of self-worth that they aren't scared to be true to themselves, even when society tells them not to. Are you an INFP female, or do you know one? What do you relate to the most, or what would you add to my list? Be sure to leave a comment and tell me your stories and thoughts. Topping my list, and the number 1 reason INFP women are so rare, is that INFP females are prone to self-doubt. Introverted feeling, the dominant cognitive function of INFP females, lead them to lack confidence compared to most other personality types. Most other women have extroverted feelings, which gives them confidence, and they express those feelings outwardly. INFP women frequently challenge their own judgments and the perspectives of others. They will also ask about other people's decisions and become concerned about how they appear to other people. INFP women may struggle with trusting themselves or asserting themselves confidently, except when it comes to their values. Therefore, they may avoid situations in which they must take a risk or preserve their dignity in front of others. They frequently believe they have more to learn about the world around them, and as a result, must develop their skills before they can have an impact on society. This often leads them to taking time alone with their thoughts to process new information and ideas before sharing them with others. The good news is that this trait can be turned into something positive. You can use your innate ability to question yourself as a tool for self-improvement. This is actually one of an INFP's greatest strengths, to be able to self-reflect, question yourself, and make strategic, well-thought-out steps in your personal development journey. In fact, INFPs have some of the most incredible superpowers compared to other personality types, if you would just believe in yourself a little bit more. This video goes in depth on the amazing superpowers INFPs have over others and how you can maximize and utilize them to your full INFP advantage.